Hey everyone, I just bought a new pair of shoes online and I thought, why not make a video explaining how to set up your very own online store so that you can accept payments from around the world and ship your products to places around the world. So let's get started walking through every step involved in setting up your online store. Okay, and now here is our final product. Here is the basic e-commerce store that we're going to be setting up in this video. And now developers are probably going to quote you around $5,000 or $6,000 for a similar site, in my experience. And if you haven't talked to developers and gotten quotes, I encourage you to get a quote from them and see for yourself how expensive, some of these sites can actually be for developers to make. And when it can be so easy for us to walk through this video and the steps involved in this process. But I'm going to be walking you through everything involved in this. I will show you how to add recent products onto your homepage. I will show you how to add this cover image onto your homepage. I will show you how to add a unique custom store logo onto your homepage and throughout the site. I will show you how to add products into your shopping store here. For me, I've set up an example shoe store. But I'm going to show you how to set up all of these images, what are called featured images. I will show you how to set products on sale. I'll show you how to sell various sizes of your products and create a drop-down menu here. I will show you how to, you can do this in different colors or whatever you need. I'll show you how to make it so when you click on the product image, a larger image of the product comes up. I will show you how to set up your shopping cart. And I'll show you how to set up payments so you're going to be able to actually receive these payments into your bank account from your customers around the world. So everything involved in this online store, I'm going to walk you through step by step in this video. So let's get started setting this up. Okay, so let's take a look here at the steps that I have laid out that we'll need to walk through in order to create our online store and get it on the internet. So the first thing I have listed here is we'll actually need to go out and register a domain name for our website. And this is just anything like www.yourwebsite.com, mywebsite.com. This is your URL and basically your internet address where your visitors are going to be able to find you. And to get this is going to cost about $15 a year. Now the next thing that we'll need to do is we'll need to go out and get web hosting. And what web hosting is basically just a computer that is on 24/7 that allows you to upload your content, upload your images, upload all of your products to this computer, and it allows you to stay online. Now it's actually kind of complex, but all of the websites that you see on the internet are hosted by a company. So in order to get web hosting, we'll need to go out and get this, and this is going to cost us about $8 a month. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to install WordPress. Now I'm going to show you how you can just do a one-click install of WordPress, and it is super easy. Now WordPress is just a content management system. It is a system where it basically manages your content. I mean, you just upload your content, you upload your images. It makes it so there's no coding whatsoever involved in setting your website up. Now, basically, it's like just editing a Microsoft Word document like I have here. You just add your content to the document, you save the document, and your content is posted on the internet. I'll show you how easy this is once we get there, but it really is quite easy. Now the fourth thing that we need to do is we need to install an e-commerce theme. Now I know of a great theme. It's one of the most popular themes out there for e-commerce, and luckily this is actually going to be free for us. And lastly, we'll be walking through setting up your website, I'll show you how to add products to your website, how to add multiple pages on your website. I'll show you how to set up a payment solution on your website so you can start accepting payments from your visitors around the world. I'll show you how to add various useful widgets to your website, social media widgets, and stuff like that. And lastly, I'll just help walk you through making your website look pretty and look very professional. So now the first thing that we need to do is we're going to need to actually go out and register a domain name for our website and get web hosting for it. And luckily I know of a place where we can do both of those. So if we just go to www.hostgator.com, we'll come to a web hosting company that's very big in the industry, and they're really well known. Now, this is a company that I have always gone to when I've been setting up all of my websites. I've been setting up, several of the e-commerce sites that I've set up. One of the biggest reasons I like them is because of this live chat feature they have here, and it's super easy to get a hold of them. Whenever you have questions regarding your site or anything like that. Now we just need to go to our web hosting tab here. And we'll see here actually that HostGator offers a lot of different web hosting plans. Hatchling, Baby Plan, and the Business Plan here. Now for this plan, I generally like to go with the Baby Plan here. A big reason being that they offer unlimited domains for this Baby web hosting plan, which means that I can have several different websites hosted by this one web hosting plan. So I can have my mom's website, I can have my friend's website, I can have all of my websites just hosted under this one web hosting plan. And I also think it's a pretty decent price. So what I generally do is I generally set it up with monthly, because I really don't like to be committed to companies in the long term. It would make more sense if I did like a 3-year plan. I would save money monthly, but I don't really like to be tied in. So I do monthly, and let's click order now. Now here we're going to need to register our domain name, so we can enter in what we want our website to be called. Now this should be really similar to kind of the content that you're selling on your website. Now for me, since I'm serving as an example, I will just do creating an online store is easy. And since I've already registered that domain, it's not going to be available. But yours will be available, and you'll just select that domain name here. Now if you already have a domain name, say you've registered your domain name with GoDaddy already, you'll want to select I already own this domain name and enter the domain name here. So once you do that, we'll want to actually save 25% off. So I have a coupon code that will actually save you 25% off rather than the 20% off. And now if you're going to register a domain and get hosting with HostGator anyways, I would appreciate it if you would use my coupon code, which is just ShopOnline25. And we can click validate there. And we'll come down and we can see that we're now getting 25% off rather than their standard 20% off. So we just need to delete the coupon code that appeared in that field automatically for you and enter in ShopOnline25. Now let's go back up and we need to enter in our information. So you're going to want to enter in your username, a security PIN, your billing information here. And now if you're outside of the US, HostGator also accepts PayPal. So if you are outside of the US, you may want to select this field here. And now you're going to want to uncheck these add-ons. I do not feel that they're necessary at all. So just want to uncheck those. And great, we got 25% off. I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions. And we'll select create account. And after we click Create Account, we will come to this thank you page. And when we're here, we're going to need to follow the instructions and go check our email. So let's do that. And here is the email from sales@hostgator.com. So let's click on that. And in this email, we're going to want to click on your control panel. So the link right here. So let's click on that. And we're going to grab our username and password. So let's go back to the email. You can see my username is just case. And my password is this. So let me copy that. And go back to the login here. Okay, so we're logged into our control panel here. So let's get out of this. No, thank you. So once you come to this screen, this is your control panel. You will want to scroll down to software services right here. And we're going to want to click on the quick install right here. And once we click there, let's come into our left menu here and click on WordPress. And continue. So let's make sure that the domain that we've just registered appears right here in this field. And let's enter in our information here. So my email is case.gilbreth@yahoo.com. Blog title. Now we can change this anytime we want. This is basically just the title that you want of on your website. So for me, I can just have my online store. Admin user, I'll just keep as admin. And first name, last name. And like I said in the steps that I have laid out, this is just a one-click install of WordPress. So once I click install now, it's going to install this content management system on our website. So let's click install now. Okay, and here we get a congratulations. Your installation is ready, and it's telling us that WordPress has been installed on our website. Now, in my experiences with installing WordPress for the first time on my websites, it actually takes a few hours, maybe 2 or 3 hours, for WordPress to fully install on the website. So right now I'm just going to take a little break, and when I come back, I will walk you through, looking at WordPress and walking you through it. Okay, so for me, it looks like WordPress has already been installed on my website. Now, like I said, it can take up to 2 to 3 hours, and sometimes it can take 5 or 10 minutes for WordPress to fully install on your website. So, let's go ahead and just take a look at how our website looks right now. So let's go to our domain, and mine is creating an online store is easy. So we can see that once we've installed WordPress on our website, that the website has changed its look. And now this is just a default theme that WordPress has loaded on our website. The next thing that I'd like to do is actually go grab a nice e-commerce theme. And now this is a free theme, and it's really popular. So we're going to need to go actually get this at www.woothemes.com. So that's www.woothemes.com. And once we're here, we want to click on themes and view all of our themes. And let's check free right here, and let's search. And right here is the free e-commerce theme that I like to use. I think it's really attractive, and like I said, it's one of the most popular e-commerce themes that a lot of big companies are using. So let's click on Misstyle, and let's click on the free download button, and download now. Free download. Now you'll actually have to register for a free account with WooThemes. I've already set up an account with them, so I'm just going to log in. I don't think I need to show you how to set up an account with them. But let's go to view all your orders. Or we can click on downloads here. And just click again on misstyle. Okay, and it looks like it's been downloaded. So here is the file actually right here. It will be a zip file. So once you have that in your downloads, let's go back to our congratulations page. WordPress will also have sent you an email with your login information. But I can see that my username is just admin. No need to copy that. But let's copy and paste. Let's copy our password and go back to our domain, and we're going to need to log into our dashboard. So we're going to need to type wp/admin, and this logs us into our dashboard here. Now I've already been logged in. You'll probably get to a field where you'll need to enter in your username and password. But here's our dashboard. This is the back end of WordPress. So it's the back end of our site. In our dashboard, we can actually, this is where we're going to be updating our content, loading all of our products onto our website, adding our payment solution so we can accept payments. Everything entailing our website, we'll be editing it from here. So let's install that theme that we've just downloaded from WooThemes. So let's go to Appearance, Themes, and let's click on Install Themes. And we're going to upload this theme into WordPress. So let's click on Upload here. And choose File. So let's find this file. I guess this should be in my downloads since I just downloaded this. And I will just go down to misstyle. Zip. Make sure that you upload the zip file and click install now. Okay, theme installed successfully. Let's click activate here. Okay. And it looks like the misstyle theme has been loaded on our site. So let's go back to our domain name and see if our new theme is now on our site. Okay, great. We can see that our theme has been updated on our site, so we have a new look of our site. So we've actually got an e-commerce theme on our site now, which is great. Starting to look a little better. So let's close some of these browsers here. Okay, and before we start adding products and images and everything to our website, one of the first things that I like to do when I log into my WordPress dashboard for the first time is I like to change my password to log into WordPress because I can't really remember the password that WordPress gives you. So let's go to users here in the left menu, and let's click edit right here. And let's scroll down and let's enter a new password that we can remember. And let's click update. Okay. Now, the next thing I like to do is if you may have noticed going to your website that when you press enter, there's no www in front of your URL. Now, I'm a little bit picky about this. I like to have a www in front of my URL, my website. And this is, of course, very easy to fix. So I will fix this right away. So I'm going to click on settings right here. And I'm going to come to WordPress address URL and site address URL. And what I'm going to do is just click right here and type www dot. I'm going to come down to this field and type www dot. Okay, and make sure that this looks correct, and it is correct. And I will click Save Changes. Okay, and WordPress will log us out. So let's log back in with the new password we just created. And let's log in. Okay, and let's go back to our online store and refresh, make sure that www is there. And the www is there. So, looks much better, looks like a real URL. So that's great. And the next thing that we need to do is we need to install the WooCommerce plugin. And we need to add new here. Now WordPress, this content management system of WordPress, has this feature of plugins right here, which basically allows all of the developers out there and everyone in the world to help WordPress be a better content management system. So they're adding these plugins that make WordPress a better experience for everyone. Now this plugin is called WooCommerce, and this is a plugin that makes e-commerce a lot easier on your site. So it's going to add all sorts of features that are going to allow us to add products, add shipping information, tax information, ways to add payments, and stuff like that. Once we install it, I will be able to explain it a little better to you. So WooCommerce, excelling e-commerce. Let's click install now on that. And OK. And we just click activate plugin here. Welcome to WooCommerce. You're almost ready to start selling. Okay. So let's click install WooCommerce pages. Okay, we have it. Now we can see in our menu here that WooCommerce has been added right here. So this gives us a lot of really cool options that are going to make selling products on our site a lot easier. Now let's look at the steps that we have laid out for creating our online store. And let's see what we've done. So we have registered our domain name. We have our URL on the internet. So we have a website address where our visitors can find us. So that is done. We have gone and gotten web hosting. This is done. We have installed WordPress on our site. That's done. We have also gone to Woo Themes, and we have installed one of the most popular e-commerce themes. And now we're in the process of setting our website up. So we will be adding our products to our website. We'll be adding pages. We'll be adding a payment solution, widgets, and all of that jazz to make our website start to look pretty and like a really professional online store. So let's continue with this. The next thing that we need to do is we need to create a couple pages. So let's go to Pages. And we can see that after we downloaded this WooCommerce plugin, that it has added a lot of useful pages and tabs that will help us accept payments and make our online store a lot easier for everyone. But the first thing we need to do here is we need to add a couple new pages. So let's title this page Home, and let's publish that. And we also need to create one more page. We need to title this one Blog. So let's publish that as well. Once we've created these pages, and once we click on pages, we can see that we've just created this blog page, and we've just created a page titled Home right here. The next thing we need to do is we need to go into Settings, And let's go to reading. And here where it says front page displays, we need to select a static page. We need to select home here for the front page, and for our post page, we're going to want to select blog. Okay, and let's hit save. Okay, now that we've done that, let's go to our store and refresh, see what we've just done. Okay, so like I said, after downloading the WooCommerce plugin, it has added a lot of pages that they're going to be helpful for us in setting up our site. And you've probably noticed that home is listed twice here in the menu. Now I want to go ahead and fix that right now. So let's go back into our dashboard. And to do this, let's go to Appearance and Menus here. And here it says Menu Name. Let's enter in a menu name. So we can just title this Menu. And hit Create Menu. And menu should have been added into our primary menu in this drop-down. We want to select Menu for that. And let's hit Save. Okay. And let's come down here where it says Pages right here. We're going to select the pages that we want to show up in our menu right here on our site. So we're going to do that right now. Let's go back into our dashboard. And let's select the pages we'd like to show up that are going to be the most helpful for our visitors. So I'm going to select blog, home, my account, edit my address, view order, change password. Under my account, checkout I won't select because as we can see, checkout has been added here automatically from our plugin. But I will select shop, and I'll select cart. Let's click add to menu, and we can see that we've just added these. And now we can drag and drop these in the order that we want them to appear in our menu. So I think home should be first, and this should be good for now. So let's hit save and see what that has done. Let's go to our store, let's refresh. And it looks like we just have one home. All right. Okay. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to add a nice, good-looking, big cover image for our homepage. And the first thing that our visitors will see when they come to our homepage is obviously our homepage, and we want that to look attractive to them, and we want it to appeal to them so they're going to stay and continue shopping on our site. So to do that, and actually, I'm sorry, let's add a custom link to our homepage. So let's go back to our online store. Let's copy our main domain name. So for me, I'm just going to copy www.creatinganonlinestoreiseasy.com. So I've copied that. I'm going to enter that into this URL field. And I'm just going to label that home. Okay, and I'm going to remove this one and drag home to the top. And let's save. So we can see that I've made it, so let's refresh again. I've made it so when you click home, you're directed to your actually main domain name. Now I want to update this page and start making this look like a real online store. So I'm going to go back into Pages. I am going to click on Home, and I'm going to add a cover image for the website. So I've got an image I would like to add. I think this is it. So I'm going to open that up. Okay. Now I'm going to select size here as full size. And I don't want this to link to anywhere, so I'm going to select none right here. And I can name this as well. So I'm going to be setting up just a sample online store, so I'm going to be selling fake shoes to serve as an example here. And I'm going to click Insert into Page. So, got that picture there. We'll also see under Page Attributes here, there's a field under Template. I'm going to select full width here. There it is. And I'm going to click Update. And I'm going to go back to the online store and I'm going to refresh. And we can see that there is now an image here. Now, for your online store, you can create, I would recommend creating an image probably in Photoshop, a unique image, and you can even add your own text into your image, so it'll be unique to your store. Now I want to get rid of this home text right here. So to do that, I'm just going to simply delete home title here, and I'm going to click Update. And then I'm going to go back to the online store, and I'm going to refresh. And we've gotten rid of that. And you may even want to add a little bit of text under your main image, which is definitely doable. If I can just get my cursor in the right field, and we can type anything here. Welcome to my online store. I am so excited. We are up and running. Let's update. Okay. Okay, so we're coming along here. Let's take a look at the menu once again and make sure that it is to our liking. So I'm going to go back to Appearance, Menus, and we probably would like to have Shop appear right next to Home. So I'm going to drag this up here. And one thing that's pretty cool about this is that it's so simple to use. I don't know if I really need change password, view order, edit my address to be main menu items really, but I think it would make sense for a change password to be in a drop-down menu under my account. And all I'm doing right here is just dragging this over and dropping it. Absolutely no coding or anything. That's what's so cool about WordPress. But now I'm just going to save menu like that. I'm going to go back to the online store. I'm going to refresh it. And we can see that our menu has been decreased pretty drastically. And under my account, we have added those menu items. So a lot more cleaner look here. Much better, I think. Okay, next thing I want to do is, I keep looking at this misstyle image. Let's replace that text with the name of our online store. And I will just add a sample logo that I have created to replace that text. And I will go to, let's see, misstyle right here. And we'll just click on misstyle here. And let's scroll down, and right here under General Settings, there will be a field for Custom Logo. So I have grabbed a logo from, I've just gone and grabbed a free logo from vistaprint.com. Now, as an online store, you'll probably want to have a graphic designer create a unique logo for your store. But I will just grab a logo just to serve as an example for you. So I have grabbed this logo, so I'm going to upload that. And that should be good. Let's save all changes. Insert into post, I'm sorry. Okay, and let's save all changes down here. Update it. Let's go back to our online store and refresh. and we can see that our logo did not show up. So if your logo did not show up, I know how we can fix this. We need to go back into the dashboard and come back to the area where we've uploaded our logo and uncheck this enable text-based site tagline. So we uncheck that. Let's go back and click save all changes again. And let's go back to our store and let's refresh now. Okay, and now we have our unique logo for our online store, which is fantastic. So the next things I want to do is I actually want to start loading our products into our store. So let's begin doing that. And like I said, I'm creating a shoe store. So for me, I'm going to be selling shoes to serve as an example for everyone out there. But maybe you'll be selling other items, other goods, other forms of clothing, really anything to the rest of the world. Okay, and before we start adding products onto our online store, there are a couple of things we need to do before we do that. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to update the misstyle theme and make sure that we are showing the correct currency to our visitors and we're able to accept the right currency that we would like. So to do this, we want to go to WooCommerce here and let's go to settings. Let's click that. And right now the default currency is in pounds, so I'm in the US and I would like to accept US dollars. So I'm going to select United States and I'm in New York. So I will select New York and the currency will be USD. And I'm going to accept payment from all countries. Okay. Save changes. Okay. Now that we have that fixed, let's start creating categories for the products we're going to load onto our site. So we're going to go to products and categories. And since I'm selling shoes, I'm going to create a few different shoe categories. So I'm going to name it New Balance, and in slug I'm going to type New Balance. And I'm going to add that as a product category. And you can see it's been added there. I'm also going to add Adidas. And add Adidas in slug. Add product category. And I'm also going to add Nike. So I'm going to add Nike. Add product category. Okay. So we have 3 different categories of shoes. I'm going to hit apply. Now we can start adding products. Let's go to products here, and I'm going to click on add product in the left menu. First product I'm going to load is a New Balance shoe. So I'm going to title this New Balance 1. And I'm going to add media. And now I've already uploaded this into WordPress from my computer. So this is already in the media library. When you're uploading images from your computer, you're going to want to upload files here and select from your computer. But I've already done that. So I'm going to select the photo. I'm going to select full size. And I actually want this product image to link to a bigger image of the photo. So I'm going to keep it on media file here. And I'm going to select insert into product. Okay. And down here we can add a little description of the product. This is a great pair of shoes. And here on layout, at the bottom of the page, you're going to want to select different layouts. I'm going to select this layout. If you don't select this layout, then your product description and image is going to look funny on your page. It's basically going to be way over to the right, so it's going to look kind of screwed up, so if you don't do that. Okay, coming along here. Now is when we get to probably the trickiest part of making your online store. But luckily, I've done this before, so I can explain to you how to set it up and how it works. So, since I am selling shoes, under product data here, I'm going to have to select a variable product. Since I'm going to want to sell shoes in multiple different sizes, and I want to show that to my visitors that I have these products available in different sizes. Now, if you're selling, products that don't come in different sizes, like maybe a watch or rings or a necklace, you can select simple product probably. But for me, I have to select variable product. And now since I'm a smaller operation, I'm not going to have a SKU for my products. If you're a larger operation, you'll probably have a SKU that you'll want to keep track of and load right here. When I click inventory, I'm going to want to select enable stock management. And I can actually type in here how many of these products I have in stock. So I can type 12. Here we have the option, do we want to allow back orders? I'm not going to allow that. Shipping. Now, I'm not going to go over setting up shipping right here because shipping varies so much state to state in the US and in different countries around the world. So you have to look into how that works where you are and set that up according to the rules. Linked products. It gives us an option if we want to upsell products or cross-sell products. Here's attributes. So since I want to sell different sizes of shoes, I'm going to select add custom product attribute. And I'm going to name this attribute as size. And the value of sizes, since I have multiple sizes, I'm going to start with 8. And then to separate the different values or different sizes, in my case of shoes, I need to add actually what's called a pipeline to separate the values. So I've got a US keyboard, and this is actually, this key is under the delete key for me, the key directly above the return key. So I select shift, and I hit that. I also have size 9, I have size 10, hit that key. I have size 11 as well, and I have size 12. I'm going to select here used for variations as well. And I'm going to select Save Attributes. Let's also hit Publish Page so we can make sure we don't lose any of this work. And attributes, we can see that we've set up this size attribute here. And once this size attribute is loaded, I want to stress again that it's really important that once you load your attributes and your values here, that you want to come up and update and publish this onto your site, because they will need to do that before you can go to your variations and start loading each value into your variations. So for me, my values are just the sizes of shoes. And right now we're going to walk through that process. So we're going to come to add variation, select that, and I'm just going to add each variation. So each size that I added onto the site, I'm going to do a process for it. So I don't have a SKU, and I'm going to load how many I have in stock of size 8. I'm going to load the price here as well, $150. And if we want to load a sale price there, we can load a sale price. I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to add that variation. And I need to add size 9. Let's say that I have 12 of that. $150. I don't currently have it on sale. Add another variation. So I need to add size 10. $150. And then size 11. And I'm sorry, I need to add 150 for this as well. Clear price 150. And one more. Okay, and let's click update. Now I hope that you're getting the hang of this, adding products onto your site. I'm going to keep walking through. I'm going to show you how to add another product onto your site as well. And one of my goals in making this video was just to give you a better understanding and really understand the process of adding new products into your store and keeping track of products on your store. So I hope that I am accomplishing that by doing this. So we've clicked update. Let's go back to our store and see what we've just done for this product. Okay, and now we can see that a size drop down has appeared so that your customers can come to this particular product. Maybe you have a t-shirt here and you're selling the t-shirt in sizes small, medium, and large. They can select what size they would like to purchase, and they can see that you have 10 pairs of shoes in this size in stock. They can add 2 pairs of shoes, etc., and they can add it to their cart. So really cool, this theme, and WooCommerce in general, I think, makes it a lot easier for us to add products and accept payments. So let's go to shop again. I'm going to show you how to add another product. So I'm going to go back into our products here. I'm going to add another product. And for this product, I'm just going to call this, I don't know, Adidas. And I have an Adidas image on the computer I'd like to add as well. So I'm going to go to Add Media. And I need to load this from my computer. So I'm going to click Upload Files, select Files, and Adidas. Okay. So there's the pair of Adidas shoes. Alignment, link to media file, yes. Full size image. Insert that into product. Now in this image, I'm going to show you how to just have one image appear on the product page rather than having 2 images. Show this in a different way. And also you can see that the categories that we loaded earlier are appearing right here. So when you're adding new products onto your online store, you can categorize them and keep track of them a lot easier. So we'll select Adidas right there. And we're going to set the featured image as. So that's going to be our featured image. I'm going to set that as featured image. And I'm actually going to delete the product that we've just loaded because we've already set this as the featured image, and the image will appear there automatically. And here's our description again. So this is a fine pair of Adidas tennis shoes. And remember, on each product page, you're going to need to update the layout of the page to make it more attractive to your visitors. So we've done that. And we're going to need to go through the same process that we've just done, since this particular pair of Adidas shoes, in my case, comes in multiple sizes. So I'm offering that to my customers. So because of that, it is a variable product, not a simple product. So I'm going to select variable product. Again, I don't have a SKU for this. Inventory. I'm going to enable stock management of this item, which I'll show you a little later. Not going to allow back orders. Shipping, like I said, you can do flat rate shipping, and it varies so much that you're going to need to find out what the rules are where you are. So linked products. So we've been through all of this. We're going to need to first add our attributes of this product. So I'm going to add here, and I'm going to name this size. Don't need to select this. I do need to select use for variations, and the sizes or values of this particular product are just like this. And 8, need to hit the pipeline key, which is just shift the backslash key. So 9, I have 10, and I have 12. And make sure to save attributes. Even when you hit save attributes, come up here and hit publish as well, so that the attributes are saved. Because you need to save your attributes before you can load your variations to the product. So to do this, we need to go through the same process again. So I'm going to hit add variation, no SKU. Say I've got 10 of these in stock. Sorry, we need to select that this is size 8. Regular price, $100. Let's say that this one's on sale. So we can say it's on sale for $90. Add another variation. I have 10 of these in stock. Sorry, 10. and $100. These are on sale for $90. These are size 9, so I'm 8, 9. Let's add size 10. Select it from our drop-down field of the values we've just loaded. So when you have this field, maybe in this drop-down you'll have small, medium, large, etc. Stock, 10 in stock. These are on sale for $90. Fantastic deal. So I'm on product 11. Oops. 10 of these on stock. Okay, so we've got all of our sizes there. Let's make sure that we hit update. It's really important. And remember that we have set our featured image as and deleted this photo. So let's see the differences of how this looks on our store. Let's go back to our store. Let's hit shop, which will refresh the page. We can see that when we set the featured image as, that it turns the image into a thumbnail. You can see the different features here when we set it on sale. Let's click on the image. Sale icon here. And we only have one image, which is a little bit of a cleaner look. Maybe gives your site a little bit more of a professional feel. What's really cool about this as well is if you click on the image, I really like how this pops up like that. I think that is really professional. And you can see the sizes we've just added. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So pretty simple, maybe a little bit time consuming, but I mean, you're saving a lot of money by doing this yourself and not going out and hiring a web developer to do this for you. So now I'm going to add 6 more products and I'm going to go through the exact same process, the same steps that I've walked through thus far. And when I come back, I will have a bit more content and products on my page, and we will finish up. Okay, so like I said, I've just gone ahead and added 6 more products into the online store here, and I've gone through the exact same process that I've just walked you through, the same exact steps. So yeah, we can just take a look again at one of the products I've just loaded. The same exact process, like I said. We have the option to choose various sizes that we want. We can set the product on sale. And like I said, I think it's a bit more cleaner to only use one image on the product page. So I just set the featured image as, and I deleted the product that I loaded into the page here. So here's the set featured image as, and I deleted this. Okay, so our website is really coming along here. We're looking like a really legitimate online store, and we are going to make a lot of money with this online store. Next thing I want to show you how to do is add recent products onto our homepage so that our visitors can see our most recent products that we've posted live. And to do that, we will go to our pages, and we want to see, we've deleted home here. So let's click on our home page that we have here. And to do this, we want to come down here, get our cursor right here below the text that we've written. And we're going to use our WooCommerce plugin that we have. So we're going to click on our WooCommerce icons up here. What we want to do is click on the maroon one. And I want to show recent products, but you can also show your featured products as well. I'm going to hit recent products here. And we can see that has given us a short code and put it into the page for us. Let's click update after that. Let's get rid of some browsers here. And let's go back to our online store. Let's refresh our homepage. And let's see what that shortcode has done. Okay. It has added our recent products. So these are the products that I've loaded onto the online store, the recent ones, and it's added them here. Let's add a little headline before the recent products to tell our visitors what we have there. So to do that, let's go back to our homepage. Let's add a little title here. Now I'm going to show you how to do something pretty cool here that I've learned. This is the only sort of coding that we're going to be doing, and all of this coding is going to do is it's going to give us a headline before the recent products. So this is pretty cool. We're just going to follow what I have here, H1, recent products. That is what we want the text to read. And let's hit that. H1, like that. And let's make sure that these are all together. And let's hit update. And that's just a little coding that I've picked up my time building websites. And that is going to have, I believe, a pretty cool headline before our recent products. Yep, that is what that coding did. So, really, really cool and really easy to do. We've got a pretty good looking online store here. I hope yours is coming along just like this one. We can click on an online product as well. Click on this Adidas one and it takes us straight to the product page where we can select an option, size 9, add to cart. Okay. Now the next thing I want to show you how to do before I show you how to set up your payments is I want to show you how to replace this powered by WordPress designed by Woo themes that the theme gives us as a default. And we can add something a bit more professional there. So let's go back into our dashboard and let's go to WooCommerce. I'm sorry, let's go to Misstyle for this. Let's click on Misstyle in the menu. And let's scroll down. We want to click on Footer Customization. And let's scroll down to Custom Text Write. So we can write anything here. You can say powered by your online store, my online store. So I'm just going to write something to serve as an example. Make sure that when you write something there, you also need to check this box so that the text will appear on your site. So, my brand new online store. And let's hit Save All Changes. Options updated, okay. Let's go back to our home page and let's scroll down. Okay. And that powered by WordPress property of Woo themes has disappeared to our own unique content. See, like I said, you can write anything there. So we've got that taken care of. Okay, the next thing I want to show you how to do is how to set up your payment options so that you can start accepting PayPal payments and also credit card payments. Okay, so probably one of the most important things that you are curious about is how you're actually going to get paid. How are your customers going to submit payments to you when they buy your products online? So let's go into our dashboard and look into this. So we need to click on WooCommerce in the left menu. And actually we need to go to settings in WooCommerce. And if we click on payment giveaways in the top menu up here, let's click that. And now we can see the 2 green check marks here for cash on delivery, which you probably don't want, and also credit card. So right now you're set up to start accepting payments by credit card. One thing you might be curious about is how to set up your PayPal account. Now in order to accept PayPal payments on your website, There's actually, if you have to pay PayPal, I think it's $49 to get set up. So once you go to PayPal and you set up an account, which I won't show you how to do in this video, but once you do that, you'll want to come up here and click on PayPal and enter in your PayPal email and all of your PayPal information right here, and then hit Save Changes. And then you'll be ready to start accepting payment by PayPal on your online store, which is really cool that WooCommerce, this plugin, has made it so simple now to start have a functioning online store, so anyone can really have this. Now, a couple minor changes that I also want to walk you through in your online store is I want you to make sure that each of your pages are set to full width, like our home page has been set. So, for instance, if we go to shop, we've already set shop. If we go to my account, which I've set this already, but I'll walk you through what I'm talking about. If you go to your pages and you go to my account, on each of your pages there is an option here called template on the page. Yours is probably set to default template right now, which may make the page look a little bit messed up, in my opinion. The best option here would be to set each of your pages to full width so that your content takes up the full amount of room on your page. So make sure that each of your pages is set to full width. Now, one other quick thing I want to tell you about is in the footer customization that we walked through. I also think that this could be a good spot for you to add a contact us at our phone number, reach us by email, maybe even put your address, your office address right there. I think that's a good location for that. Now, one of the last things I want to add is I want to show you a really cool option that WooCommerce has, this plugin has, that is going to allow you to track, say, your marketing campaigns for your business. And this is actually the coupon codes option that exists in this plugin. So we can actually add coupon codes. So let me show you how this works. Click Add Coupon, and you can enter a description for your coupon if you would like. And you can add, what kind of discount you would like the coupon to provide your customers. You could have a discount off the entire cart, so several products, or a product discount. I'm just going to do a cart discount. And the value of my coupon is going to be $10. You can also have the coupon just enable free shipping, which seems to be really common on the internet. And discount type. Okay, so let's publish this coupon. I'm sorry, up here is actually what you're going to name the coupon. So this is the code that you're going to provide to maybe your marketing team to, create campaigns to get out to your potential customers. So testing, we'll call it. And once that's saved, let's hit publish and let's see if this works. So let's go back to our online store. Let's go to our shop and let's select one of our products. So I'm going to select our Adidas shoes and I'm going to order these in a size 10. We have 10 in stock, which is great. I'm going to add that to my cart and let's go to our cart. Oh, and here's the field where we can enter our coupon. So I've just added the coupon as testing. So I'm going to apply that coupon. Coupon code applied successfully. Really, really cool. And as I've said, I've added $10 into the discount. So we're now saving $10 when purchasing a product from you. Just really cool how simple this is to add, these marketing campaigns to track, different promotions that you may do in your business. Really, really cool. Last thing I wanted to show you is how to add blog posts so that you can maybe, keep your visitors informed on all of the cool stuff that you're doing as a company. So let us go to posts. Let's click on posts. And I'm going to add a new post here. I'm going to title it fun at the store. We've been having such a great year since the opening of our new online store. And let's publish that. You can also add images here to make your blog more interactive to your customers. So now that we have published that, let's go to our blog. And we can see that a new blog post has been added here, which is really cool. And when your visitors come to your blog post, they can also see the recent posts here to the side, or recent comments that some of your customers have added into the post. So really cool. So now we are set up as an online store to start making a lot of money by selling our fantastic products that we've loaded on the store. And I hope that you have found this tutorial very useful and that you do end up making a significant amount of money now that you're finally able to reach the entire world of potential customers. So thanks so much, and I look forward to answering any questions and helping you be successful with your online store.